dream, I was living right. Like, don't say a thing, just get inside. You can do your damn thing or sit and watch. Some do some wild things just to get on top. And I ain't knocking but pride, it can kill you, man. I seen it with my own eyes, I ain't been the same. But I'm a product of my time and I'ma get paid. And I ain't hearing what you're saying, I ain't entertained. And I ain't fucking with you like you still owe me cake. Matter of fact, it motivates me to go and get it fast, to get it cracking, so to speak. Nothing but a show stop, sucking on the blow pop. Wishing it was me, but I was thinking about a cold pop. Always by the folder up, big drees and fur. Every time you loosen up my leash, make the kitty purr. My skin all red, don't you dare call me Lucifer. My fam got heart, go wild like junipers. I can't help it, I got big dreams. If you hating, you gon' miss.
I thought, what is this guy? Who is this guy? He's like a turd that you just can't get rid of. Already I'm better than that stoogey, king of the Canadians. Already. You see how close? 2 games in. 2 games in.
You're gonna get punished.
I'm a wild card, catch me on the flip side. Eating at the fish fry, then I make the fish fry. Guess who makes it all fucking happen, homie? This guy.
Holy jumping Jackson on a cross.
Guess it's time to switch it up to raw for your buttercups. Watch me lay the Lord in the...
They wouldn't hear that now, would they? Holy fuck! Holy fuck!
Oh my fam.
Let's escape to what we do and make paper. But let's stop. Hell no. I ain't gonna stop till every word is felt. Been there, done did it, about to do it again.
Ah, yes. The Royal Spuds are back in action. And I've got integrations turned on. I'm about to go do the thing that people don't like doing, and that's mining. I'm about to go do that. I'll put my valuables there. I got food. I need my electrical stuff. Okay, I'm good. I'm set. I'm ready to go. Okay. All right, I'm on my way.
Business world, hiring and retaining staff is a challenge, but Chambers Plan Employee Benefits gives you an edge. A solid benefits plan can be the deciding factor for job seekers. 30,000 Canadian businesses agree. Chambers Plan gives you the flexibility to offer comprehensive benefits with affordable, stable premiums. See how Chambers Plan can benefit your business at buychambers.ca.
Fuck
That's
off.
BUY Chambers.ca.
Eat a dick insurance company.
This is Nikolai Ehlers. Paul Edmonds and Mitchell Clinton are bringing it Winnipeg Jets hockey style on 680 CJOB.
Ugh.
Hey, Jet fans, game packs are back this season, and you can save big by purchasing a 4, 6, or 8-game package. Build your perfect pack today by visiting WinnipegJets.com/.
You save big $200 a ticket for the cheap seats. Save big.
Center ice, ticked off the skate there, or maybe stick of Lowry, kept it at the line. Niederreiter into where the slot for Appleton, bouncing puck, whisked away now, and controlled by Gaudreau, and he flops it inside that Winnipeg end. Both teams have had some great chances here. Hellebuck has been the busier of the two goaltenders, certainly with the quality of saves he's had to make. Middleton, far side for Faber. Shoots, stopped by Hellebuck. And he looked around, and it's absorbed in his paraphernalia. And somebody knocked down Josh Corsi into his goaltender from the Minnesota side with a stoppage, and somebody will try to straighten that out.
Got to carve out a little path here.
Inside that Winnipeg end.
Yeah, Marcus Foligno, who has
who's already kind of been in a stick-whacking competition with Neil Pionk earlier in this game. He's the one that kind of dumps Josh Morrissey in front of Connor Hellebuck. And Winnipeg's number 17 comes over to have a little chat. Morrissey got up and gave him a piece of his mind as well. So the rivalry's alive and well here in Minnesota.
Face off to the left of Connor Hellebuck, who's just 11 wins shy of 300. He has 289 coming in. He would love tonight to be 290. Shot came in. That stopped in front. Boldy to the loose puck. Big body. Matt Boldy along the boards. Back toward the line. Shot by Middleton again. Stopped in front. And then Neil Pionk had enough of Foligno. Or is that Eric Sinek? That's Eric Sinek.
All right, now I got coverage.
Pionk just kind of collared
Hey, what's up, Greased?
Joel Eriksson Ek.
Welcome, my fellow Spud. How you doing?
That's enough, and I do not mind that at all. At some point,
Where the hell's the medal?
you have to
Did I?
push back
I
in
couldn't
front of
have
your
gotten
own
it
net.
all
You
out.
know your forwards are going to have that happen to them in front of the Minnesota goal.
Yeah, 100%. And, you know, it's basically
Not bad, that's
all
good.
that it really started was just a battle for positioning in front. Of course, Eriksson Ek trying to get inside position. Should there be a rebound? There wasn't. But
I've had a little rough, bit of a rough day,
little extra shot just as Connor Hellebuck
back-wise.
made the save. That's what
Nothing else is new. I spent half the day in bed, to be honest.
Do it again. Here is Pionk trying to move it up along the boards, and he did. Pulled off the wall there by Velarde, and Velarde will send it over the glass and out of play. As soon as it came off the blade of his stick, he knew it, and it will be a delay of game call against the top line right winger for the Winnipeg Jets. That's turned into a bit of a center to the last of the game.
Pionk makes a really nice play to spin out and get possession for Winnipeg here. And Velarde's just trying to hit the high point of the glass and just
Come on
a
down.
little too high.
Minnesota on the power play when we come back. 4:28 remaining in the first, tied at 1. You're listening to Play Now. Winnipeg Jets hockey on Power 97 and 680.
What the fuck are you doing?
CJOB.
680 CJOB is your place to turn for the information you need. And we get it all started first thing in the morning with The Start. 4 hours of fresh outlooks, engaging plenty of fun along the way. Catch The Start 6 to 10 weekday mornings on 680 CJOB.
When you bet,
I'm just gonna keep going.
goals become. Every game will feel like the big game. Bet local with Play Now Sports, the official betting partner of the Winnipeg Jets.
Do they?
18 plus enjoy responsibly.
If it sounds too good to be
I don't
true,
mind the Wild,
well,
just
you know
not
the
tonight.
rest. But I get it. Some deals sound tempting, like this guy.
These prices are insane. The boss has lost his mind.
Ow.
When it comes to your home's heating system, do you really want to do business with a company that resorts to gimmicks like this? You could call them and see what they are really offering, and then give Mr. Furnace a call. In fact, they encourage you to call around and get quotes first, and then call Mr. Furnace. You'll see why. Give it a try. Call 204.
You'll see why. Give it a try.
43.
From generation to generation, dairy farming has changed for the better. On my farm, we use technology to help us run things more efficiently, monitor the health of our herd, and produce high-quality milk. Because dairy farming is just as much about
I think
innovation as it is
our
about agriculture.
and
I'm proud of that, because that's what makes everything we do all from a good place.
I think our AHL team is actually in Winnipeg, the Manitoba Moose. I think they're AHL. I don't follow them, but
4.5 remaining first period, tied at 1. Face off to the right of Hellebuck. Power play number 1 for Minnesota. Velarde for delay of game. Minnesota's power play is 20th in the league. Pardon me, 14th in the league at 20% effective. Winnipeg's penalty kill has allowed 3 straight with a goal. See if they can get a kill here. It would be a timely one. Minnesota popped up the puck at the Winnipeg line, right to Kapari, and filled up in the distance.
And Minnesota, one of the injuries they're dealing with too is Matt Zuccarello, who's a big part of the power play.
You hate the Wild's name?
He likes to hit that seam pass to Kaprizov for the one-timer, not in the lineup.
They come marching inside that Winnipeg.
Oh, yeah. That's fuck you're old. That's so long ago.
Faber and Barron got
Oh, there we go.
tied up at the Jets line. Faber couldn't get over there. The puck slides all the way back down inside the Minnesota end. Fans briefly thought thought there might have been some interference on Barron, but I think it was incidental contact. They tried to separate. Boldy across the line, puts it back in on that Winnipeg net. Tapari goes back after it. Gets tied up there by Marco Rossi into toward the corner. Big scramble for it now. 3 Wild, 3 Jets. Still battling along the hash marks to the far side in that Winnipeg end. I follow the goal scorer, trying to dig it out of some skates. Rossi does back toward the line. Faber moving in. Faber near side. Controlled now by Boldy as he passed it to him. Boldy into where the corner. Kaprizov back for Boldy. Near side for Brock Faber. Faber on his off wing. Back up top for Boldy. Boldy far side slap shot. Stopped by Hellebuck.
Let's go, Hellebuck.
Hang on for a whistle on that one-timer by Kirill Kaprizov, who leads his team in scoring with 13 goals and over 30 points. We're tied at 1 and still some time to go.
Can't stand Dallas. I love their jerseys. Can't stand the team, though.
You're pressed up against that left wing wall, engage in that battle. If you get that puck and send it down the ice, you're in a great spot. But when it's Minnesota that comes out with it, you're a little bit outmanned. Good on Winnipeg to defend that pretty well.
Chisholm to the near side. Controlled by Spurgeon. On the board to the near side. Control played it down low. Control got it back, and he threw it.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Whipped it there from a bad angle. Stopped by Hellebuck. Winnipeg can't control the rebound.
Back in the, what is it? I guess the early 2000s. I was really into the Edmonton Oilers after Winnipeg left in late 90s. And I grew to really dislike the Stars because they just handled the Oilers during those years.
Intercepted by Barron, and he'll dump it down inside that Minnesota end. Penalty is now over. Winnipeg back to full strength. Here comes Hartman. Inside out on Morrissey.
No, I didn't know that.
Stopped by Hellebuck.
I had no idea they did that.
Again, back out towards center ice. So Winnipeg will try to sort it out. Get the appropriate people out there on a line change. Minnesota dumped it in. Winnipeg will waltz out towards center ice. And Ehlers will back in it from center inside that Minnesota end. Minnesota 0 for 1 with a man advantage here. Ben Jones out towards center.
I haven't. I'll have to listen to it later. I'd listen to it now, but you know, copyright.
Trying to nudge it into where the side of the slot broken up. Back the other way on the far side. Lauko with some speed through the neutral ice, stops up, put it toward the net, stopped in front by Morrissey, and then we get the net coming off its pegs as both Devin Shore and Neil Pionk crashed into
Puck off.
And inside that
Nice.
Winnipeg end, they'll have to affix the goal back to its pegs. We'll get a stop to play. 1:45 remaining in this first period. Tied at 1. Heading to the next Jets game or Canada Life Center event. Make your ride easier and secure parking ahead of time by reserving a spot when you buy your event ticket or as an add-on. Visit CanadaLife.com/parking.
It's like $30 to park for a Jets game.
A little bit frustrated with that because I think Winnipeg had some numbers coming up the ice on that rush chance.
Like I can't believe how expensive it is.
Minnesota losing one of their players back with that net
Just to go watch a Jets game. It's fucking stupid.
When Minnesota came down on that rush chance, Winnipeg
Like you got 150 or about $150 for the ticket, one ticket, right? So, you know, picture a family of 4, and then you got, I think it's 30 now, at least 30 for parking for the game. And then you got concessions. Like you're talking $1,000 night out for a family of 4. It's stupid. I've never been to a Jets game and I can't see it ever happening. Like since they come back, I mean.
Velarde will try to get the puck, and he pushed it back toward the line for Connor, who holds the line. Knocked around to the near side for Miller. He'll dust it off. Shoot!
Fuck,
and
you're
it's stopped by
No.
through a mess of players. And now Shifley and Middleton pushing and shoving. And Middleton just pushed.
How's it going, Alex?
With the linesman there.
How's dead side rolling for you? I saw you were getting shot at a lot when you were driving.
Who I would tell you would be in the heavyweight category in the National Hockey League.
Yeah, I do believe he was, when Brendan Dillon was still part of the Winnipeg Jets, he was one of the ones that dropped the gloves there. And I wonder if they take both or if it's just going to be Middleton, because the reason why Shifley threw that haymaker you talked about was because Middleton was the one that got him first. Now, Shifley was going to the net to try to get to the loose puck, gets engaged in a one-on-one battle, bumps Gustafsson. Of course, you know, that happens. You're going to get a response no matter who it is. And yeah, Scheifele's going to go too, so we are going to see some 4-on-4 here. But I thought maybe they might be taking Middleton just because he was the first one that started
there's
the
no
whole
ledge
thing.
there.
But I guess they're going to try to stay on top of it here. Go 4-on-4.
Minnesota penalty. 4 minutes for roughing. Winnipeg will be a foul play.
Oh,
Let's go.
well.
What do I know?
Double rough for Middleton. A 2-minute monitor
Tracers.
for Scheifele. So Winnipeg
Ah,
will get the
fuck.
power play out of this. And these penalties coming at the 19-minute mark. So 1 minute to go here in this period in a 1-1 tie. And the Jets on the power play for the first time. A power play that comes in, operating first overall in the league at 34%. We do it to the left of Gustafsson.
Let's
The
go,
only thing
Jets
is
power
you have
play.
one of the top power play guys on the team for the Winnipeg Jets in the penalty box. Velarde will take the draw.
That's probably not good.
The corner. Picked up by Bogosian and ripped off the boards and all the way down the ice. Also, we haven't seen a lot of Vladislav Namestnikov in this first period. Started the game, took the opening face-off, and not much since then.
A bear?
Through the neutral ice. Perfetti turned it over. And then
Oh, it's a
skates
scare.
back to collect it inside his own zone. It's more
How about a bear was coming down?
seconds to go in the period. We're tied at 1. Perfetti will pick it up. Dropped it at center ice. Swinging through that neutral ice. Kyle Connor near side from Velarde. Jammed along the boards. Picked up in the corner. Perfetti trying to get it out in front for Ehlers. Broken up and intercepted there by Bogosian. And he will exhaust it all the way down the ice.
Oh.
Winnipeg going back to the puck.
Did my turret get it?
along the back
That's
wall.
so
Winnipeg will
unfortunate.
come away with a puck as Trenyon turned it over. Here comes Perfetti across the line. Far side for Ehlers. Better hurry. 5 seconds
I
to
came
go in
up
the
here
period. Ehlers out in
prepared.
front and a redirect. It went off the end of the stick of Velarde net front. And that was a great chance for Winnipeg. But it's kept outside of the Minnesota goal. It goes into the corner. Horn will sound. 20 minutes have come to an end here at XL Energy Center in St. Paul.
All right, 1-1.
And what a period it was. A whole lot of chances.
One more goal each, and they'll be
both
even.
ends of the ice, and Winnipeg doing well to respond to the Jake Middleton goal. And I like this play by Nikolai Ehlers. I think with the time ticking down, a lot of people, maybe on the Minnesota Wild side, thinking that he's just going to kind of send this to the net, but he uses a little bit of the space in front of him, and Velarde just kind of creeps into that crease area, and Ehlers tries to hit him with
metal.
that backdoor pass. Just kind of Velarde putting his stick there, hoping it goes in, and just deflected off the stick and wide. But entertaining period for sure.
Well, let's have a look at the first period summary. 1 goal for each team. Minnesota opens the scoring. Jake Middleton is 4th of the year from Marcus Johansson and Brock Faber at 8:37. And that opens the scoring for Minnesota. And Winnipeg has allowed the opening goal in 2 straight now here on the road.
Oops.
But Winnipeg tied it up less than 2 minutes later.
I ran over a whole
Jump in
squad of
and
it.
pursued by Rasmus Kupari. Frees up the puck for Alex Iafallo. Iafallo will get the puck to the side of the slot. And backhanded pass. Goaltender.
Easy win with
Philip
that.
Gustafsson for his 3rd of the year. The 99th of his career for Rasmus Kupari. His first assist in 47 games. And Winnipeg ties it up at 10:03. Power play opportunities. Minnesota 0 for 1 with the man advantage. And the Jets are still on their first. They'll carry over 1 minute and 1 second of power play time over into the second period. And Minnesota dramatically outshoots Winnipeg in that period, 19-9. So 10 more shots.
Someone stole your Jeep? Oh, you're on a regular server or what?
Philip Gustafsson. Hellebuck was the busier of the two, and an excellent goaltending performance by Hellebuck in that first period for Winnipeg. So again, Minnesota 19 shots, Winnipeg 9, but it only counts in one place on the scoreboard, and that's the score. Winnipeg 1, Minnesota 1 after 20.
Yeah, and for Winnipeg, of course, you'd prefer to not give up 19 shots and need Connor Hellebuck to be as good as he was.
It's the
but
test server.
he's certainly,
Oh, so it's open then.
All right, let's go downstairs.
Kupari is downstairs, so let's talk a little bit about that goal first. And, well, a good dump in and just puck pursuit to free up the puck for Iafallo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plan to coming into this game, like get on them, put the forecheck on them, be heavy on them, and that's what we did. Little hit there, got the puck, and saw Al was open in the middle, and great finish by him.
And Rasmus, obviously, with Dylan Samberg out of the lineup, things a little bit different personnel-wise on the PK, especially on the back end. But you guys get a nice kill to start things off. Probably gives you guys a little bit of confidence in the first period there.
Yeah, that was a good kill. A couple huge saves from Bucky, but I think we did a pretty good job on PK there. And yeah, we got to keep that up.
Overall, your thoughts?
That guy sounds so Canadian.
Minnesota a little bit too much.
Yeah, I think we got to clean up our diesel a little bit. Don't give them those kind of looks they got that period. Like I said, Bucky was big in the net that period, and but yeah, we got to be better for him. And when we get a chance, first one goes.
Rasmus, thanks very much for your time. Good luck in the second and third.
Thank you.
Rasmus Kapari from downstairs joining us here, and he was instrumental in tying up that game for the Winnipeg Jets. Iafolo's third, the 99th of his career.
I don't think there's any more metal in here.
Just that after Jake Middleton opened the scoring at 8:37. Both goals coming even strength. Winnipeg getting outshot 19-9 in that period.
25% tariffs on what, though?
Up next with Kelly
Not
Moore
everything.
And Dwayne Gilroy-Chuck, the coach.
Probably would.
The score after one period of play from Minnesota. The Winnipeg Jets won. The Minnesota Wild won. You're listening to Play Now Winnipeg Jets hockey on the radio home of the Jets, Power 97, 680. CJ.
The way I see it, whatever he does,
to the ice.
it's Trudeau's fault.
Get better at, get some rest, and move on. City Hall to the movie theaters.
If you go in with low expectations, it's bound to be entertaining for at least a little bit.
CJOB covers all the highlights with our daily podcasts. Hits from every show.
Who we talk to about this?
I admire you if you're one of those people. And game day coverage.
But I don't think Trump cares because
CJOB
I know he doesn't like Trudeau.
And wherever you find your favorite podcasts.
Puck is dropped, and it's showtime from downtown Winnipeg.
Hey, Jets fans, game packs are back this season, and you can save big by purchasing a 4, 6, or 8 game pack. Select your games from a variety.
I mean, that's true. Can't really argue that. At least not here in Canada.
So be sure to visit Winnipeg Jets.
And from the videos I've seen of your southern border, it's not good. The Democrats fucked up with immigration. And same with our liberals. The left side, they fucked it up. And they're fucking up the Ukraine thing, too.
To the weekly ups and downs, the long road to the playoffs. You wear your heart on your sleeve in a jersey with pride. And when you're there for your team, the NHL shop is there for you. Check out the largest selection of official NHL gear at nhlshop.ca. A Fanatics experience.
I don't think I'm going to find any more metal down here.
On 680 CJOB.
1-1 the score after 20 minutes of play between the Winnipeg Jets and Minnesota Wild in St. Paul. As we welcome you to the first intermission report. And Jets fans, it's time to buy your 50-50 tickets presented by Play Now in support of the True North Youth Foundation.
Shit, I can't pick
you can
it up.
Buy your tickets right now by texting JETS to 20450. Kelly Moore along with the coach Dwayne Gilroy-Chuck. And coach, agree or disagree? 1-1 after one greatly flattered the Winnipeg Jets.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Kelly. It was a team that had a goaltender that kept them in for that hockey game. Connor Hellebuyck made some huge saves to keep this score 1-1. And Minnesota's just 2 or 3 steps ahead of the Winnipeg Jets tonight. They're really, really controlling the game. They came out, pushed the pace, and at this particular moment, after one period, Winnipeg just can't keep up to them.
Yeah, you know, they're certainly approaching the midway point of the period just before the Minnesota goal was scored. You had that great chance for Kaprizov on the ill-advised change. And then Matt Boldy has that great opportunity after Mark Scheifele turns the puck over at the Minnesota blue line. Those are just mistakes that you simply cannot make against a team like Minnesota.
You know, especially on the line change, you're on the road. You got to make sure pucks get deep. You know, everybody thinks it's the defenseman that gets caught because, you know, he's late coming on the ice. But that puck by the forward along the bench needs to get deep, especially on the road. You got to make sure that, you know, the defense are counting on that the forward gets the puck across the red line and gets the puck deep. And it doesn't go deep, and then all of a sudden it's a quick change. And, you know, it was a great pass to get the play up. And, you know, Winnipeg was lucky that they were able to get back and at least put some pressure on him to not give him a clear cut breakaway.
Yeah, Dylan DeMello with the good hustle there, but Connor Hellebuck was simply outstanding, especially on that play with about 7:45 to go when Ryan Hartman undresses Dylan DeMello. And Hellebuck has to make the save on Johansson trailing the play. I thought that might have been his best of many good saves in that opening 20 minutes.
Yeah, you know, it was interesting to see how he played that. He was big, he's challenged, but he's so patient. And it was one of Connor Hellebuck's greatest, attributes for me is just how patient he is in tight. When players get in tight, he just outweights them, and he makes the player make.
I'm patient when I'm in tight.
And he was so big, he was able to get in front of that puck, and it's a great save at that particular moment because Minnesota, like you say, those chances that you just described, there was 3 or 4 point-blank, high-quality chances that, usually in a hockey game, one of them go in.
Mm-hmm.
The building wakes up, the excitement, everything kind of wakes up. Winnipeg is very lucky to get away with it. But just to comment a little bit on that, how you say Dylan DeMello kind of got, wasn't able to defend there, but it really showed the speed that Minnesota had in that period. There were 2 or 3 opportunities that they got by just undressing some of the Winnipeg Jet defensemen. It was just because of the speed that they had on in their attack.
Yeah, well, it wasn't all doom and gloom for the Winnipeg Jets. I mean, Minnesota, along with the Los Angeles Kings, the hardest teams to score on in the first period. Minnesota came in tied with the Kings for the fewest first-period goals allowed. So, the Jets were able to do that, and especially with the way they responded to falling behind 1-0. Even before the nice play by the fourth line, Dwayne, there was a great shift by the Adam Lowry line, and they came close, and I thought maybe there could have been a Winnipeg power play there. Lowry got steamrolled in front of the net.
Yeah, there's been a few instances where, the refs has kind of put their whistle away, the battles in front of the net, the extra hit, the finishing of checks. There was a play that...
I like it when they let that shit go.
Lowry battling for position in the front of the net. The puck was nowhere to be found, and he gets knocked over. And then Kyle Connor keeps the puck in along the boards right in front of Minnesota's bench, and he kind of gets caught in between 2 players where they both kind of give an extra shove on Kyle Connor. But Winnipeg there's some glimpses where Winnipeg has battled back and they've pushed Minnesota. They've kind of were able to sustain some of the pressure. The Adam Lowry line, like you say, that one shift they had, they were in the zone for a quality amount of time. And then the goal they were able to get, it was just a textbook play. They get in on the forecheck. Kupari gets in with speed. He turns the puck over, makes a great play. And Iafallo goes the harder he gets hit, but he puts the puck in the net.
Yeah, right straight. At the end of the period, there was a little bit of a dust-up. Mark Scheifele, again, not having a great first period for sure for that entire number one line. Gabe Velarde had some bad luck with the puck over the glass to create a Minnesota power play. But, part of that, too, maybe he was guided in there, but Mark Scheifele made contact with Philip Gustafsson. And, when there's a guy like Jacob Middleton out there, he is going to respond to that and did. So, the Jets are going to come out of it with 60 seconds on the power play to go early in the second period.
Yeah, anytime you touch the opponent's goaltender, you're going to have to get your head up pretty quick to do it. But when Middleton's around, and especially when it's Mark Scheifele is the leading, one of the leading goal scorers, point getters on the Winnipeg Jets. When he has an opportunity to give him a shove or get him a little, face noogie, get the gloves up in the face to get him off, and, he's thinking, okay, if I take an extra one, if I can take him off the ice with me, it's a pretty good, trade-off for the Minnesota Wild.
Bad boy, Mark Scheifele. Now 21 minutes leads the Winnipeg Jets in trips to the sin bin so far.
He's been fighting a lot this year.
33-18 are the shot attempts in that first period. Minnesota with 19 shots on Connor Hellebuck. That equals a season high for shots against by the Jets. They also gave up 19 in that first period of the 6-4 home loss to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Very quickly, Coach, what do the Jets have to do? Just quit making mistakes, maybe one way to start for the second period?
Yeah, I think puck management is high in their defensive zone. They need to get those pucks clean out, the first pucks in. They can't have any sustained pressure. And then I think this puck manages through the neutral zone. And then the last one would just keep getting pucks behind Minnesota's D. The goal they scored, they get a puck deep. They are able to get in on the forecheck, establish their forecheck. But if they can't get pucks deep, if they keep turning pucks over in the neutral zone, Minnesota's going to transition quickly. and get going the other way. So it's just going to be all about a territorial game, I think, here for the last two periods.
1-1 the score after one in Minneapolis, St. Paul. We'll continue with more of the First Intermission Report in a moment on Power 97 and 680 CJOB.
You can now get your local news from
Come get it, bitches.
CJOB instantly on Amazon Alexa. Just add CJOB to your flash briefings on any Alexa device and say,
Alexa, play me the news.
It's that easy.
I don't have
You
Alexa.
bet with Play Now Sports. Goals become... Every game will feel like the big game. Bet local with Play Now Sports, the official betting partner of the Winnipeg Jets. 18+, enjoy responsibly.
Stupid.
Boston Pizza wants you to know whether it's pizza night with the family, pizza night without the family, I don't feel like cooking night, or I do feel like watching the game with my friends on 17 giant screens at once night.
Ooh.
Give the gift of special occasions with a Boston Pizza gift card. Get a free $10 promo card when you buy a $50 gift card from Boston Pizza. Because nobody re-gifts pizza. Limited time offer, some conditions apply. See in-restaurant for details.
Hi, I'm Mike. And I'm Brett.
Hey, I'm Mike, too.
Canada Fasteners, we have more than just Milwaukee, DeWalt, Makita, and Bosch power tools.
We also have a great selection of hand tools such as Wera, Klein, Knipex, Tajima, Malco, Crescent, Wiss, Alpha, and more. We're also one of the largest suppliers of rigid plumbing tools and accessories.
Come check us out. Shop where the professional tradespeople shop. You're always welcome here at Mid-Canada Fasteners.
Oh, I'm going to go through one more tank.
1557 Canadian Street.
Then I think 400 plus thousand will be good for a while.
97.5 FM powered 97. Bet on Manitoba. Enjoy responsibly. This is Play Now Winnipeg Jets Hockey on 680 CJOB.
6 shifts, 4 minutes, 19 seconds time on ice, and a pretty good box out by Billy Heinola on Marcus Johansson in that first period. 1-1 Winnipeg and the Minnesota Wild. Let's check out the rest of the NHL scoreboard. Christian O'Mell, the host of the CJOB Sports Show, looking like it could be maybe a long night for a couple of other Central Division teams out east.
Well, I'd say it is already a long night for the Colorado Avalanche. Each goalie has allowed 3 goals. 6-1 Tampa Bay leads after 2 periods of play. Onanen has started, gave up 3 on 6. Georgiev comes in, he's given up 3 on 17 shots. He has a bit of a rough night. Saros has not had a lot of help in New Jersey. Shots 30-18 New Jersey, 4-1 the Devils lead the Preds after 2. Also through 40 minutes, the Stars are up 3-1 in Carolina. The Golden Knights trailing in Philadelphia 4-3. Panthers and Capitals tied at 1. Early third, the Blues have just gone ahead of the Rangers 3-2 in Jim Montgomery's debut behind the Blues bench. Islanders have a 2-1 lead on the Red Wings. Late second, mid-second, Ottawa with a 2-1 advantage over the Calgary Flames. Also have NFL action tonight. The Chargers up 10-0 on the Ravens a few minutes into the second quarter. Raptors on the court in Detroit.
Raptors.
Early in the fourth quarter.
All right, thanks very much, Christian. We kind of wondered what Josh Morrissey's night would be like with Dylan Sandberg sideline. Morrissey, 7 minutes, 53 seconds. Neil Pionk, 7:45. Both also engaged in pretty good net front battles. Morrissey with Marcus Foligno and Pionk with Eriksson Ek. Don't think that part's going to slow down any. 1-1 when we go to St. Paul for the second period next on Power 97 and 680 CJOB.
Mo.
Welcome to the city's biggest conversation.
There are people who believe this who are among us.
Yes.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
I thought about doing that, and then I thought, I'm just going to go to bed instead.
I live by the rule. You have to give what you want to get.
It's a deal breaker in some households.
Anybody else?
Right, for what they're paid for.
Anybody got any other better ideas?
It's fun to watch when it's not yours.
You're listening to 680 CJOB, Winnipeg's news, today's talk.
Get ready for the ultimate winter adventure with South Beach Casino and Resorts Expedition SE Ice Package Giveaway. And to join the grand prize, a 2025 Ski-Doo Expedition.
Holy shit, I got 26
SE
gold.
of Gimli Snowmobile Center, plus a complete ice fishing package.
Where's my diamonds?
2800 insulated sled shelter and easy stow tow.
Yeah, 26 diamonds. Damn.
42-inch rod locker, big buddy heater, and more. Draw date December 6th. Full details at southbeachcasino.ca.
You know what goes well with
pizza from Santa Lucia Pizza. They've been the leaders in quality since 1971, and now they just keep winning award after award after award. So, sounds like they know a thing or two about making tasty pizza. How about this? When you're getting ready on game day, choose one of Santa Lucia Pizza's many specials or combos, and find out why time and time again it's listed as Manitoba's favorite pizza.
Santa Lucia Pizza. It's all about the sauce.
This is Winnipeg Jets hockey on 680 CJOB.
Well, let's see what happens here to start this second period. Winnipeg will have 1 minute and 1 second with which to work on a power play that carries over on a double minor by Jake Middleton for roughing.
Oh, they got to convert
Mark
this.
Scheifele took a single minor, hence the power play for the Jets. We're tied at 1. Long change for both teams, and Winnipeg is flying from a broadcast right to left. So Velarde, Ehlers, Morrissey, Iafallo, and Connor out there is the five-man unit for the Jets.
Yeah, unfortunately, kind of a tough shift for Cole Perfetti on that top power play unit to end the period. And obviously, we know Cole Perfetti's got that offensive IQ. He could make plays. No doubt that maybe they're just wanting to get a little bit of a different look, see if Alex Iafallo in that spot works in here to start the second.
Underway in this second period. Winnipeg through that neutral ice. Kyle Connor. Pass it over the far side. Velarde for Connor. Trying to get back toward the line.
Okay, 676,000 iron is good for now. It'll do.
Winnipeg will kick the puck out towards center ice. Nikolai Ehlers sprints through the neutral ice, crossed over the line, hands it off to the far side for Connor. Back for Ehlers into where the corner. Double team there. Bogosian came away with the puck to the near side. Boldy wristed out toward the line. And they're going to say that Alex Iafallo gloved it back inside the zone, but it actually came outside of the line, offside. Winnipeg, 23 seconds remaining in the penalty that's being served on that double minor. The other minor by Marcus Johansson.
Bold move by Iafallo there.
Oh, what have I got to clear the infested? Head to the rally point. Okay, well, I'm going to get my
in the spot to make that call.
Get my forges running, and then I'll go out there. Get back into the wastelands, get some gear. I need a few more legendary parts.
Back inside their own zone, and Rodin will wrist it all the way down the ice, right on top of Hellebuck.
Oh wait, no, this is a tier 6 job from Rectum.
Those are ones the goaltenders don't like because you have to take that one hop, and you don't know where that hop's going to go. It's almost like playing middle infield. You know, are you coming in on that hop, or are you stepping back on that hop? And in this case, for the goaltender, you can't really step back on it. You have to just play the hop, and he did. And fortunately, absorbs it in toward the crest. Winnipeg wins the draw, and will settle it back down and behind their own net. Cole Perfetti skips through that neutral ice to the near side. He'll knock it in. 5 seconds to go in the power play. Rodin back in behind his own goal. Reverses to the near side. Penalty is now over, so Johansson will step out of the penalty box. Both teams are officially 0-for-1 with a man advantage. Polito comes across the line, slings it toward the net, stopped by Hellebuck.
Let's go, Hellebuck.
On the far side. Nita Ryder will spin it around back in behind the net for Neil Pionk. Pionk will outlet it back on the far side for Nita Ryder. Chopped out towards center ice and all the way down. Icing will be washed out. Winnipeg will hustle to the bench for a full line change. Lead pass intercepted by Lowry. Pushed it ahead. Appleton was in, shoots, and it goes off the skate boot of Brock Faber. Rolls into where the corner. Appleton back after it again. Back in behind the net to the near side for Morrissey. D-to-D in the far side for DeMello. Back into where the slot for Appleton turns and fires. Blocked by Faber and ejected with a backhand out towards center ice. Gobbled up again by Morrissey. Pushed it ahead for Barron. Backhand thrusted inside of that Minnesota end. Wild come away with it to the near side and Foligno. Foligno protecting the puck. Up along the boards, gave it away to Lowry. Softly into where the corner. Back out in front for Barron. He took a pass from Morrissey, all tied up. Grabbed again by the captain and Lowry. Near side DeMello, walking right in Main Street. And his shot goes off the body and just ricochets into where the corner. Far side captured again by Morrissey. Stops and starts into where the corner. Little exchange there with Lowry. Lowry chunks into where the corner on the far side. Works his way back to where the hash marks. Put it back to where the line. DeMello up top now for Morrissey. Morrissey pushed it into where the corner. He was pressured. Barron goes after it.
Come on,
Knocks it around
boys.
to the far side. First one after it is Faber. He'll backhand it all the way down. This should be icing. No, they're going to wave it off. Hellebuck has to come out to play it. And now Minnesota's turn to race for a line change and reinforcement.
That's good pressure by Winnipeg on that offensive zone shift. Just not able to really get much to the front of the net. Minnesota just kind of packing it into the middle of the ice, trying to take that away, despite Winnipeg working that puck to both sides of the ice, high and low.
Al Connor across the line. Chopped it into where the corner Velarde. Sent around to the far side. Boldy swings back into where the corner, swings back in on his own net, turn over the puck. Picked up by Velarde, trying to put it out in front. Intercepted by Boldy, back out in front to atone for that miscue. He'll get to
56, 20K Dukes and Diamonds.
Fleury will rim it around to the near side, bouncing puck. Kind of tough to settle down for Kyle Connor. Fleury comes there.
Hey, thanks for the like.
Rolled it around to the far side. Pionk will send it
Appreciate that, Ormond. Ormond Alex. Ormond Alex Blake.
Settled down by Bogosian. Winnipeg makes some further changes. 3.5 minutes have expired in this second period. We're tied at 1 on your radio home of the Jets. Power 97 and 680 CJOB. Perfetti to the near side, out towards center ice. He'll try to knock it inside that Minnesota end. Went in a few feet, came right back out. Boldy curls back toward his own line. Moved it ahead of the far side. Sprinted in. Kaprizov takes the pass. Curls behind the net. Put it back toward the line. And Spurgeon, a one-timer, healed it off the stick. Winnipeg will burst back out towards center ice. Nemestikov to the red line. Will dump it in. It rolls around to the far side. Out toward the slot. And Ehlers fanned on the shot. Grabbed again. Perfetti as he took a pass from Nemestikov. And he fanned on it as well.
Damn.
Ehlers a little slow to get up after being wiped out in front of that Minnesota net. One of the linesmen or one of the referees got wiped out over the far side for the Jets blue line. Everybody falling all over the place. Finally at center ice. Again pushed inside that Minnesota end by Perfetti. He heads off for a line change. Rossi now for Hartman. Swings inside the Winnipeg end. Slows up, shoots. Stopped by Hellebuck. Rebound. Stopped again by Hellebuck.
Let's go, Hellebuck.
Third opportunity. Stopped by Hellebuck. The last one on Marcus Johansson. Back through the neutral ice. Here comes Rasmus Kapari onto the far side. Long shot off the stick of Gustafsson. Sprays back in behind that Minnesota net. Got caught up in the webbing for a little while. It's ejected off the meshing by Iafallo. Goes into where the corner and flopped back out towards center ice by Minnesota. They're going end to end here. Hartman across the line. Faber moving in. Shoots. That's blocked in front. It ricocheted into where the corner. Faber outmuscles his man. Passed it off again for Johansson. Back toward the far side. Hartman couldn't take the pass cleanly. Bounced around to the far side. Scooped up there by Nemestikov. Played in toward the middle for Hayden Fleury. Lead pass again at center ice for Vladislav Nemestikov. He crossed over the line and paddles it with a backhand a little further and heads off in a line change. 14:35 remaining in the second period. We are tied at 1. And Minnesota will settle it down. Bogosian. Long lead pass on the far side. Sprinting across the line. Eriksson Ek. Taken off stride there by Miller. Winnipeg pushed it ahead. Far side. Moving right in. Velarde. Curl and drag. Shoots. Stopped by Gustafsson.
Fuck.
Great chance off the rush for Winnipeg.
Damn.
Pushing the pace with a lead pass. Trying to break through with a long lead pass through that neutral ice. Back toward the line. Kept alive here by Miller. To the near side for Heinola. Heinola down along the board. Holding in on him. Came back toward the line. Held again by Miller.
All right,
Miller
time to go do this job.
Up by Minnesota. Out towards center ice. Charging there is Kaprizov. Chopped into where the corner. He's at the end of his shift again as well. Heinola came away with a puck for Velarde. Tried to get it out. Lowry can't. Goes into where the corner. Kaprizov overskated it. It rolled right to the stick of Miller. He sidesteps a check and will flip it all the way down. And it might have enough. No, they're going to wave it off. And everybody to the bench for a line change.
The crazy part about all of this is Mark Scheifele is still sitting in the box along with Jake Middleton. Like, they've been running with no whistle for the last little while here. And because of that, Winnipeg's still without one of their top forwards.
Rimmed around by DeMello on the far side. Appleton. He gulped it out towards center ice. Captured again by Minnesota and thrust right back inside that Winnipeg end. Rimmed around to the near side, pulled off the wall by Niederreiter into where the middle now with some speed for Rasmus Kapari. Far side, Appleton shoots, kicked away by Gustafsson. Big rebound, but no Jets were there. Flopped again by Minnesota, softly down inside the Winnipeg end. Not enough for icing. Curling back inside his own zone and leading the attack to Mello. Lead pass to Nemestikov. Off his stick, and it flies over the net, over the glass behind the Minnesota goal, into the meshing.
They're pushing. They're pressing and pushing.
12:55 remaining in this expeditious second period. The score, Winnipeg 1, Minnesota won. You're listening to Play Now Winnipeg Jets hockey on the radio home of the Jets, Power 97 and 680.
CJOB.
News and information is more important now than ever. CJOB is working for you, getting the answers your family needs and bringing you into the conversation. 680 CJOB, Winnipeg's news, today's talk.
When you bet with Play Now Sports, goals become... Every game will feel like the big game.
Okay, what
Bet
the
local
fuck?
With Play Now Sports, the official betting partner of the Winnipeg Jets. 18 plus, enjoy responsibly.
If
No.
it sounds too good to be true,
I'm going to spend
well,
all my
you'll
money on
rest.
betting
But I get it. Some deals sound tempting, like this guy.
These prices are insane.
so that I can become a millionaire.
Lost his mind.
When it comes to your home's heating system, do you really want to do business with a company that resorts to gimmicks like this? You could call them and see what they are really offering, and then give Mr. Furnace a call. In fact, they encourage you to call around and get quotes first, and then call Mr. Furnace. You'll see why. Give it a try. Call 204-832-6243.
I kind of figured most people do that. They
Hiring and retaining
call around for
staff
quotes.
is a challenge, but Chambers Plan Employee Benefits gives you an edge. A solid benefits plan can be the deciding factor for job seekers. 30,000 Canadian businesses agree. Chambers Plan gives you the flexibility to offer comprehensive benefits with affordable, stable premiums. See how Chambers Plan can benefit your business at buychambers.ca. That's B-U-Y chambers.ca.
Hey, this is Cole Perfetti, and you're listening to Winnipeg Jets Hockey with Paul Edmonds and Mitchell Clinton on 680 CJOB.
Winnipeg Jets hockey is brought to you in part by Mid-Canada Fasteners, San Lucia Pizza, and Mr. Furnace. Down to 12:55 already remaining in the second period. Tied at 1, both goals coming in the first period.
And the Winnipeg Jets will get Mark Scheifele back now.
I don't think this screen full screens. It doesn't. Your screen's too big. Uh-oh. He just stands there too. I think he missed that guy.
If this isn't the officials trying to make sure this one doesn't get as wild, pardon the pun, that we've seen between the Jets and the Minnesota Wild in
No, that
previous years.
pun is not pardoned.
Really, you see this cross-check a number of times over the course of a game, and big penalty kill coming up for Winnipeg.
I think it was
Another penalty kill, right on.
what the subject is probably taken into consideration. Winnipeg wins the draw, and they will discard the puck out
That's
towards
good.
center ice. Here comes
Last couple games, they've not been winning any draws like they have been when they're winning games.
And it will be an offside call against the Wild.
Of course, a lot of sensitivity around Kirill Kaprizov these days because of the knee-on-knee that he had against Edmonton a couple of games ago, and there was some real concern in this market about whether he was going to miss significant time, and then, of course, there is also history between the Winnipeg Jets and Kaprizov, so
Oh, we got another.
cross-check on number 97 in green tonight.
Oh, my God.
Buck to knock that away from
That's all I can say to that.
with the line. Rossi, near side Kaprizov.
Damn, Rick rolls.
Kaprizov cross-ice pass for Boldy. Bouncing around, got it to settle down. Back toward the line, controlled by Rossi. Corner now
Oh,
again.
check out this clip I made from Dead Side.
Quick shot, post to post, saved by Hellebuck. Rebound, it's scrambled around in the blue ice, and Hellebuck will find that and hang on.
Atta boy, Hellebuck.
Dorsey and Yoel Eriksson-Ek push and shove.
Yeah, he's a
and
beast.
then there's a bit of a
Scuffle?
headlock that goes on from DeMello on Eriksson-Ek. We're going to stop at your play. Multiple whistles going off. And Winnipeg doing a real good job of getting this penalty kill, but their goaltender has been sharp all night tonight, including on that one-timer through the seam, cross ice to Karel Kaprizov.
Well, and so many times
Right over.
people talk
Yes.
about what makes Connor Hellebuck so good. Yeah, positioning, but also his ability to read the play. He has seen this one-timer play from the Minnesota Wild to Karel Kaprizov a number of times. So he sees it coming, and twice on that last sequence, he's able to get across. And then on the Minnesota power play,
Dude
the first,
keeps his
he's
head
also
on a
able to make
swivel.
The one-timer save as well. So Connor Hellebuck now up to 30 saves in this game already.
That's crazy. In the second period, 30 saves.
Power play number 2 for Minnesota. They're 0 for 1 tonight. We're tied at 1. 11 and a half remaining in this second period. Winnipeg wins the draw. And Miller curls back in behind his own net and wraps it around the boards and sends it all the way down the ice. Boldy for Faber. Drop for Gaudreau at center ice. Swinging through that neutral ice over to the far side. Here comes Minnesota inside the zone, and Spurgeon for Johansson. Rimmed around to the near side. Winnipeg sprinting back after it, trying to knock it free. Barry got it back to the line. Held there by
Holy shit, there's a lot.
Bumped down by Hellebuck. He'll hang on for a whistle. Still 32 seconds remaining in that penalty to Hayden Fleury.
And of course, with the penalty going to Hayden Fleury, someone who's getting some extra, penalty kill minutes with the injury to Dylan Sandberg. Now you have Josh Morrissey coming out. This will be his second shift.
This is a big
this
place.
Penalty kill. So Josh Morrissey was a season high over 28 minutes against Nashville. He might get close to that again.
Back to where the line. Chisholm to the near side.
Stalker?
Control out in front. And falling down was Hartman. And he kind of fanned the shot.
I'm not really sure about what that game is.
Gaudreau will play it down in behind the net. Sent back to where the line. Gaudreau from Chisholm.
Grease told me about a game yesterday. I forgot what it is.
By Hellebuck, again by Hartman. And the rebound grabbed by Lowry. Boxed out. And plunges it off the boards and sends it all the way down the ice.
Temptation
5 seconds to go. Quick up
is
again. Skipping a
trying to control something we do not fully understand. But what do we do when faced with truly inexplicable? Some tear it up to make souvenirs. Others keep it chained up inside a perimeter cage. Perhaps all the zone really needs is our compassion.
Compassion's always good.
25 years old. Born in a small town, loved a good book, but preferred a good
Looks good.
Something precious for you. Yes.
In your search for the truth, you had the courage to enter this zone.
And then,
What the?
what happens? A tragedy most horrible? Or a joy most profound?
What if the scanner gets damaged in the fighting? These are not stalkers, but former monolithians.
Some come to the zone to make money. Others come looking for miracles. Many just want to find happiness.
Not there.
A way to feel real and alive again.
I'm sure you can handle it. One way or another.
There is nothing you can keep secret. It's just a matter of time.
Nay, I'm not looking to make friends.
Skiff?
And if we do nothing, houses on the mainland will continue to burn and collapse.
If you fight a soldier, you're only fighting yourself.
Discover the vast Chernobyl exclusion zone full of dangerous enemies, deadly anomalies, and powerful artifacts. Unveil your own epic story as you make your way to the heart of Chernobyl. Make your choices wisely as they will determine the fate in the end. Ultimate Edition. Like, what does that even get you? It does. I don't even get it. That's like $70 more for what? Ultimate Edition. Game content pack. Deluxe content. Bonus side quest. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about that. That looks pretty good. Oh, look at this guy. Just look at him.
On a power play, they win the draw. Morrissey, right side point, tried to swing it far side, lost the puck. And Boldy will dump it the distance.
Yeah, Morrissey trying to send that backhand through the seam.
Kind of has like a...
Of the Minnesota penalty killer being right up in his face. But
no, I don't know. I don't know what it doesn't really remind me of any game.
Pass up. Otherwise, Shifley's got a lot of time to work with.
Shifley to the near side, sprinting inside the zone is Ehlers. He'll stop up. Ehlers fell down. Loose puck into where the corner. Ehlers one-handed back to where the line. A little bit of help. Morrissey far side. Morrissey got it back from Connor. Morrissey back for Connor. Rolls off the boards. High slot. Connor still with the puck. Shoots. That ricocheted off his stick. Captured again on the far side by Ehlers. Ehlers had some problems in to help out Velarde. Back in behind the net.
That looks like a Daishong Tower to me.
The near side for Connor. Connor moving in. Slings it toward the net. He put it wide. On the near side, it came off the back wall and goes all the way back down inside that Winnipeg end. 30 seconds to go on the power play for the Jets.
A nice desperation on puck retrievals by Winnipeg there over the course of the first 90 seconds of this power play. It's the reason why they had
I didn't bring my gold with me.
Far side, hustling inside the zone. Need a rider now for Perfetti. Rolled it around to the near side. Iafallo. Now for Pionk. Paddled it into where the corner as he pushed it there. Iafallo gets into a bit of a fight with Middleton. Faber back in behind his own net will come away with a puck. He'll move it up along the wing, and now Minnesota's out towards center ice. Eriksson Ek across the line, inside out, far side for Middleton, moving in, shoot! Stopped by Hellebuyck.
Let's go, Bucky.
Winnipeg back the other way. Three strong at center ice.
Come on.
Side Perfetti, dropped it for Nemesnikov. He swings away. Nemesnikov back into where the slot for Perfetti, and now for Niederreiter, a backhand shot. He scores!
Let's go! Ha ha ha!
What a goal for the Winnipeg Jets, and what a up, stop-up move for Nemesnikov.
Oh, boom. Hey, what's up, Toilet Roll Tom?
Who then found Niederreiter, who
good
goes
day,
to the
good day.
On Gustafson, and Winnipeg leads it 2-1.
Let's go.
Oh, man, of course, the people in this building are very familiar with what Nino Niederreiter's capable of. Played in this building as a member of the Wild for 5 years and scored 110 goals as a member of the Wild, but this
How you doing tonight? Hopefully you're having a decent day. How's the old back?
To put Winnipeg up 2-1. You also have to applaud the composure of Alex Iafallo, who had two members of the Minnesota Wild
the old back.
The play, trying to get him to engage. And
Sniper
if he did,
5.
that whistle's coming. And Iafallo just took a couple of shots, didn't engage. Winnipeg's rush continued, and they're up 2-1.
Did you? How'd that go?
What a play by Nemesnikov, and wow, Winnipeg got a great save again, and here comes Minnesota looking for the tying goal. Ben Jones at the side of the net was stopped by Hellebuyck, and then he gave one of the Jets a good whack with his stick.
They're getting mad.
Towards center ice. Appleton tried to get it into where the middle. That was broken up and back the other way to the near side. Lauko across the line. Lauko into where the spot for Devon Shore. Couldn't handle the pass. He'll grab it on the far side, put it back in behind the net for Jones. Back to where the line. Spurgeon, far side. High slot now for Shore. Turns and fires. That went wide.
It'll be molded after. Damn.
Towards center ice. Lowry flying through the neutral ice. He'll dump it in. So Winnipeg with their first lead of the night.
So you get to watch some videos and build it the way the videos say.
They lead at 2-1. They've scored 2 unanswered. Yeah, the Winnipeg Jets with 6:50 remaining in this second period.
Are you taking on? Did you take on like basically the same position?
Momentum and a great save from the goaltender, and then convert on a 3-on-2 that ended up being a 4-on-2 inside the zone. Miller out of his own zone towards center ice. He nudged it ahead now for Velarde. He takes a bump from Middleton. Middleton frees up the puck and got it back again. Into where the middle on the far side. Here comes Rossi now. Here's for Middleton coming in late. Middleton will shoot. It hit Rossi in front. Rebound goes back to where the line. And Faber will touch that. And they're going to say that it came outside the line. It'll be an offside call or a glove hand pass to the benefit of Faber and the Minnesota Wild. Timeout on the ice. We'll do the same when we come back. 6:17 remaining in this second period. This game's pretty much had it all tonight. Winnipeg 2.
Poor
Minnesota
Wild.
1.
Poor Wild.
Listening to Play Now Winnipeg Jets hockey on the radio home of the Jets, Power 97, 680 CJOB.
When a story breaks, when severe weather hits, when a traffic issue is going to affect your drive, 680 CJOB is
Poppin'
your place
pills.
to turn for the information you need.
Crack a
Join
book.
the city's biggest conversation as experts
Minotaur
break
Theater.
down the biggest stories, live and local coverage
Red Mesa.
as it's happening. And we get it all started first thing in the morning with The Start. 4 hours of fresh outlooks, engaging conversation, information as you need it, and plenty of fun along the way. Catch The Start 6 to 10 weekday mornings on 680 CJOB.
From his knees with goal number 200.
Jets fans, Nikolai Ehlers and your Winnipeg Jets will
Gotta go do that one first, though.
the St. Louis Blues Tuesday, December 3rd. It's our Hockey Fights Cancer game, and this Central
I got
Division
2 jobs to
showdown
do
is
here.
one you won't want to miss. Get your tickets now by visiting winnipegjets.com/tickets.
I'll do the Crack a Book headquarters first, and then the Red Mesa.
.com/tickets.
Got pain? Meet the Manitoba Physiotherapy Association, a professional organization fostering excellence in practice, education, and research. With over 500 licensed physiotherapists and physiotherapy students in the province. The goal of MPA is to advance the profession of physiotherapy and to improve the health of Manitobans.
Bah.
So when you visit your physiotherapist, you can rest assured that you'll have received the highest standard of care. And if you don't already have a physiotherapist, you can learn more and find one at mbphysio.org.
This is Winnipeg
Bah.
Jets hockey on 680 CJOB.
Jet fans host the ultimate holiday party at Canada Life Center. Enjoy special group savings and customizable food and beverage options for everyone. Book your holiday party today by visiting winnipegjets.com/groups. 2-1 Winnipeg on Niederreiter's 9th as they've taken the lead, scoring 2 unanswered. And the Jets back inside their own zone. DeMello into the corner of the far side. Boldy in on him. DeMello fell down. And it's rolled around to the near side. Hustling to grab that. Morrissey up along the boards for Niederreiter. Niederreiter will send it down inside that Minnesota end.
Let's go.
Sent around by Brodin. Off the skate boot of Kaprizov out towards center ice. It'll trickle. Nabbed there by Lowry. Sent back inside his own zone for Morrissey. Back for Lowry. Turned it over at center ice, but stepping up to Mello. And he kind of just stood Eriksson Ek right into his tracks there and stood him up. And Winnipeg came away with a puck. To the pass to the near side for Niederreiter. That was back in behind him. Swinging back inside his own zone. The captain and Spurgeon. Near side now for Boldy. Boldy in his off wing. Slowly creeps inside that Winnipeg end. Put a shot toward the net. Stopped by Hellebuck. He kicked that into where the corner. Rolled around to the near side corner now. Boldy will wait for it. Backhands it off the boards for Kaprizov. Trying to get it out in front. Broken up nicely. Was intended for Gaudreau. Nemestikov was there.
Oh.
Winnipeg's out towards center ice. Ehlers across the line.
Come on.
Dropped it for Nemestikov.
Come on, boys.
Skips toward the side of the net. Put it back out in front. And Ehlers got it. Ehlers threw that kind of maze of fire. Took it off the stick of
I
Boldy.
thought he was
Shot
about
it
to
his
yell
body,
he
got it
scores.
too tight. Chisholm with it. Flipped it around. Top of the dashboards. After goes Niederreiter. And he can't come away with a puck. Out towards center ice. Gaudreau. He'll backhand it down inside of that Winnipeg end. Fleury with it. Takes a rattle there to try to make the play against Frederick Gaudreau. Skiers at it. Perfetti is there up along the boards now for Scheifele. Scheifele will couple of hard strides towards center ice, knock it inside that Wild end. They make further changes. 4.5 remaining second period. 2-1 for the Jets. Wild out towards center ice and Boldy. Boldy rink wide on the far side. For Middleton.
Lost.
Softly put toward that Winnipeg net. Gathered up before it got there by Morrissey. He takes a hard body check from Marcus Foligno, but made the play back in behind his own goal for Miller. Miller twisting and turning. He buys some separation. Now will trap Foligno. He'll come dancing out towards center ice. On the tape of the far side now for Velarde. He'll chop it inside that Minnesota end.
Oh, come
Faber
on.
goes after it, just about turned it over and did. Back toward the line. DeMello to the near side. Tried to pass it off for Scheifele. Wasn't quite expecting it. Back the other way comes the Wild to the near side. Johansson moves in. Shoot! Stopped by Hellebuck. Rebound. And chopping away at it was Rossi.
We
And
are
he took
in.
a couple of hard shots from Velarde at the side of the net. And just absolutely cleared him from the side of the Winnipeg goal.
Good.
And toward that back wall. And that will cause a bit of a stir from everybody and multiple whistles going off once again.
Just your typical Winnipeg Jets Minnesota Wild game. Connor Hellebuck standing strong and Gabriel Velarde not allowing any of those extra whacks from Marco Rossi on his goaltender going unpunished. Same things happening at both ends. It's been a real competitive tilt so far tonight.
I'll take it. It's cheesy, but I'll take it.
Winnipeg 2, Minnesota 1. Back after these. You're listening to Play
Let's
Now.
go Winnipeg.
Hockey on the radio, home of the Jets, Power 97 and 680 CJOB.
You can now get your
fuck off.
from 680 CJOB instantly on Amazon Alexa. Just add CJOB to your flash briefings on any Alexa device and say,
Alexa, play me the news.
It's that easy.
When you bet with Play Now Sports, goals become... Every game will feel like the big game. Bet local with Play Now Sports, the official betting partner of the Winnipeg Jets. 18 plus, enjoy responsibly.
Boston Pizza wants you to know, whether it's pizza night with the family, pizza night without the family, I don't feel like cooking night, or I do feel like watching the game with my friends on 17 giant screens at once night. Give the gift of special occasions with a Boston Pizza gift card. Get a free $10 promo card when you buy a $50 gift card from Boston Pizza. Because nobody re-gifts pizza. Limited time offer, some conditions apply. See in-restaurant for details.
Hi, I'm Mike. And I'm Brett. At Mid-Canada Fasteners, we try to be your one-stop shop for all of your construction needs. We have a large inventory of threaded rod, strut and strut fittings, as well as construction.
Probably more on the other side.
Horses, janitorial supplies, rigging supplies, and personal safety equipment. So come by and see what we have to offer. Shop where the professional tradespeople shop. You're always welcome here at Mid-Canada Fasteners and Tools, 1557 King Edward Street.
The official sports betting partner of the Winnipeg Jets. This is Play Now Winnipeg Jets Hockey.
Face off to the left of Connor Hellebuck, who has turned aside. If you can believe this, we're not through two periods. 38 of 39 Minnesota shots.
Fucking A, Hellebuck.
Jets lead at 2-1. 3:45 remaining second period. And Winnipeg out towards center ice.
Fuck, I didn't want to loot that.
Off of that blocker of the goaltender. In Gustafson by Lowry and sent all the way down by Minnesota. We'll get an icing call against the Wild. Canada Life Center is 20 years old. Relive your favorite sports and entertainment memories from the last 2 decades in the new commemorative book, Canada Life Center, a pictorial celebration of 20 years of sports and entertainment. It's available now at all Winnipeg Jets gear locations and online at TrueNorthShop.com.
An offensive zone draw here for Winnipeg late in the second period. Just an opportunity to make something happen, create a little bit more momentum.
Winnipeg wins the draw. Slap shot by Morrissey. That goes off of Marco Rossi. Tumbled into where the corner. Turning and firing is Perfetti as he picked up that puck behind the net. That was stopped by Gustafson. And again, chopped back out towards center ice by Minnesota. Winnipeg will thrust it ahead. Foot race for the puck. Picked up by Ehlers. He's got a partial break. He goes in, shoots, and it's stopped by Gustafson. What an exhibition of speed by Nikolai Ehlers to rumble down the right wing boards. I think he got into the foot race there with Brodin and just absolutely outraced him like a thoroughbred and tried to open up on Gustafson to get to the 5-hole.
Like a thoroughbred.
May have got the right pad on it before it went between his legs.
Yeah, you know, Nikolai Ehlers inching his way to 500 career points, sitting in and around 480 at this point. It just never gets old watching him turn on those afterburners and just create a little bit of gap, just enough room to create something like that.
Winnipeg will steal the puck. Kyle Connor back out in front, Scheifele the side of the net, chopped at it, and it was stopped. It goes into where the corner.
Oh, the pressure is on.
Well. Brock Faber. Winnipeg starting to take over this hockey game and turning Minnesota into making some chances. And some inopportune opportunities for Winnipeg. Back to where the line.
Opportunities.
Stop, rebound, and back to where the line. Morrissey will hold it. Minnesota being forced into mistakes to the near side. Up along the boards. They've slowed down. Winnipeg came away with the puck again. Hustling after Velarde. He sways there, stays balanced. Velarde, top of the circle, shooting. And he ripped it over the net, and it tumbled off the back wall and back out towards center ice.
Really good stick by Josh Morrissey in the middle of the ice. Just gets enough of this Minnesota Wild clearing attempt to just knock it sideways instead of vertical, and Velarde able to get a stick on it and a great look.
Flopped in softly by Hayden Fleury. Minnesota out towards center ice in Middleton. He'll gain the red line and send it down inside that Winnipeg end, and the Wild will make some further changes. Neil Pionk to the near side for Hayden Fleury. Hops toward his own line. Cross-ice pass, now off the skate boot of Iafallo. He scored tonight. He lost the puck still all the way down. Icing will be the call against Minnesota.
Ha ha.
And you're right, Paul. You talked about, Winnipeg forcing
Winnipeg's
Minnesota
got them
into
on
some
their
mistakes,
heels.
and part of it's good sticks, part of it's positioning, and part of it's just pressure, right? And they're able to get a little bit more pressure on Minnesota in terms of a forechecking capacity in this second period, especially later on, than maybe they were in the first period. And they're forcing some of those mistakes. And, Winnipeg's created a number of great opportunities because of it.
Namestnikov. Face off to the right of Gustafsson, who was scrambled. And Minnesota has that. And they'll send it all the way down and take another icing call. That was wristed
All right,
down by
time to go up.
Declan Chisholm.
Oh, wait.
And this goes back to what you talked about just the other game, where sometimes teams will take consecutive icing calls just to alleviate some of the fatigue.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes it can pay off and give you just a little bit, another 20 seconds or so of rest. And obviously, athletes at this level, sometimes that's all they need just to feel a little bit better, a little bit sharper.
Especially with the long change in the second period.
100%.
Winnipeg wins the draw. Squeezing off a shot is Ehlers from the faceoff, and that just went wide. It might have ricocheted, ticked off a stick. And again, it's dispatched out towards center ice by Minnesota. Winnipeg at their own line. Morrissey onto the far side for Ehlers. Couldn't handle that cleanly. Wild to the near side. Jakub Lauko across the line. He shoots, blocked there by Morrissey. Winnipeg will try to gather up the puck in toward the corner. After it goes Foligno. Send it around to the near side.
Thought I killed that guy.
Ball there by Morrissey. And he'll say thank you, and he will sprint out towards center ice, moving ahead for Ehlers, and he'll sweep it down inside that Minnesota end. Under a minute to go in the second period. Winnipeg leads it 2-1.
I got a red mesa coming up after this one.
Second period, Nino Niederreiter at 12:05 is 9th of the year.
Greece, just an FYI.
Double-digit goal season for Nino. Knocked in by Iafallo. He'll go after it. He has a goal tonight as well. The other one came back toward the line, held by Ville Heinola. Heinola will turn and fire, and it goes ricocheting off the stick of Barron just wide of that Minnesota net. Far side, Foligno. He'll chug after it at the end of a shift. Up along the boards there for Kaprizov. He took it outside the line, brought it back in. They're going to call Winnipeg on the offside, or is that a glove hand pass as well? It's a glove hand pass to the benefit of Winnipeg. 22 seconds remaining in this second period.
And nice to see Ville Heinola activating in the offensive
I
zone.
think I got them all on this floor anyways.
To jump in, takes this wrist shot from in and around the top of the circles. He had Morgan Barron net front. He might have been the one that ended up getting a stick on that shot, and then also gapping up nicely on Kaprizov there, forces the offside.
Laurie at center ice will slap it in. Cascades around the boards. Captured there by Appleton, trying to go to the far side slot. That's broken up. Appleton slings it again toward the net. That's stopped in front. And back out towards center ice, Kaprizov. And in his face is Hayden Fleury to the near side, Eriksson Ek. And for Boldy, he batted it out of the air and put it wide. And the horn sounds to end the second period. And how about that? Kaprizov. And then to Boldy finally. Eriksson Ek was involved. And Boldy literally swung his stick and hit that puck right out of the air toward the net, and that just went wide. The period ends, and Winnipeg leads it 2-1.
Yeah, just what it looked like. There was a whole lot of nothing happening. This puck just ends up right where Winnipeg wouldn't want it, and I think the shot ends up going wide or just over, and we might have Marty Johnston downstairs. I think I heard him.
Okay, thanks a lot, Marty, for taking the time. And, well, it just seemed to me like you guys got way better in that second period. Not that you were bad in the first, but I thought you started to take control of the game, not just with the goal, but overall in that middle frame.
Yeah, no, much better period from us. I thought we did a good job of, getting in on the forecheck a little bit more often than we did in the first period. And our team is good below the tops of the circle, so if we get pucks down there, typically good things happen, and I thought we did more of that in the second period.
And Marty, obviously, specialties playing a little bit of a role here with Dylan Samberg out of the lineup. Obviously things looking a little bit different on that penalty kill, but I think that was one of the momentum turners of that second period. You guys get the big kill with Hayden Fleury.
Got them all.
Yeah, for sure, and I think we did a good job on our face-off for the most part on the penalty kill. Kupari won a couple, and
I just want to go through the bathroom here and see what this is all about.
Down the ice, and I thought that we did a good job on our forecheck in terms of not letting them in the zone cleanly, and that helps when they have skill like they do on the other side.
Okay, let's just talk a little bit about that transition and that goal from Niederreiter and what happened inside your own zone to prevent it. A great kind of box out by Iafallo, and that allowed you guys to come out with numbers.
Yeah, no, nice. I think the big thing there was our tracking back on that. We really hustled back to break up an opportunity for them, and then typically when you work that hard, good things go your way, and Al was very disciplined in terms of not engaging in Mini's players there, and then we made a good play on the 4-on-3 going down the ice. So that was a big goal for us, and we're going to have to be on our toes here in the last 20 because we know this is going to be a battle.
Yeah, what's the message between periods for your group right now?
I think it's more the same of what we did in the second period, and if we can build off of that, continue to establish our forecheck as much as we can and get through that neutral zone, and we did a good job of that in the second. We're going to have to do a better job of it in the third.
Where's that door?
Obviously, make sure that there's no second chance opportunities for Minnesota as they're shooting lots of pucks from all angles tonight.
Thanks for your time, Marty. Good luck in the third period.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Marty Johnson, assistant coach with the Winnipeg Jets, joining us from downstairs. So let's have a look at the stats summary through 40 minutes. Get back on track here, and then we'll send it off to Kelly and Dwayne momentarily. Jake Middleton opened up the scoring, his fourth of the year, from Marcus Johansson.
I think she just jumped off the roof.
At 8:37. 1-0 Minnesota. Winnipeg had given up the opening goal in a game in two straight on the road. Winnipeg tied in less than 2 minutes later, though. Alex Iafallo is third from Rasmus Kapari. For Iafallo, goal number 99 of his NHL career. That comes at 10:03. 1-1 at the end of one. And then Winnipeg makes a great defensive play inside their own zone, as Marty Johnston just talked about. And they came out with numbers, and it ends up being Neil Pionk, the late guy, coming in to turn it into a 4-on-2. He takes a nice pass from Nemestikov, who curls up, waits for Pionk to come in, and then Pionk to Niederreiter. Niederreiter bowls his way toward the front of the net, backhands a shot past Philip Gustafsson for his 9th of the year. Pionk and Nemestikov unofficially pick up assists at 12:05. Winnipeg has their first lead at 2-1. That's where we stand at the end of 40 minutes of play. Power play opportunities. Each team is open.
I'm going to hit a dab while that. I'm waiting for her to. There we go.
On goal, Minnesota out shooting Winnipeg.
Still hitting the dab, though.
And in that second period as well. 17-12. The shots on goal for the Wild.
Fuck.
The Jets in the second. And the two period totals look like this. Minnesota 39. Winnipeg 21.
That's amazing, Hellebuck.
Second intermission report is coming up next with Kelly Moore and Dwayne Gillowoychuk. The score after 2. Winnipeg 2, Minnesota 1. You're listening to Play Now, Winnipeg Jets hockey on the radio home of the Jets, Power 97 and 680 CJOB.
The story breaks when severe weather hits, when a traffic issue is going to affect your drive. 680 CJOB is your place to turn for the information you need. Join the city's biggest conversation as expert guests break down the biggest stories, live and local coverage as it's happening. And we get it all started first thing in the morning with The Start. 4 hours of fresh outlooks, engaging conversation, information as you need it, and plenty of fun along the way. Catch The Start 6 to 10
I'll check
weekday
those
mornings
out
on 680 CJOB.
Black Friday is back at Capital Ford Lincoln. For a limited time, we're offering up to $16,000 off select new 2024 Ford F-150s. Or check out a brand new Bronco Sport Big Ben. For a limited time, you'll save up to $5,000. Get no payments till 2025, and every
Okay, I got a little bit of a height advantage here.
mystery prize.
A
These are
bit.
big ticket items that jolly old St. Nick couldn't fit down your chimney. Black Friday is back at Capital Ford, but only for a limited time. CapitalFordWinnipeg.ca.
Replacing your electronics? Don't throw away your old ones. Recycle them at the 4R Winnipeg depots. Electronics such as TVs, computers, tablets, phones and cell phones, audio and video players, and microwaves are all accepted.
I see nothing in there other than that.
4R Winnipeg depots are located at 1825 Brady Road, 1120 Pacific Avenue, and 429 Panet Road. For more information, visit winnipeg.ca/4R depot or contact 311.
You are locked and loaded to Winnipeg Jets hockey on 680.
You know, considering this is a crack-a-book,
Winnipeg Jets
I haven't found that many books.
Leading 13-0 this year with the lead after 40 minutes of play, and they certainly had a strong finish into that second period, up 2-1 in Minnesota through 40. Hey, Jets fans, get the perfect gift for your loved ones by purchasing the Holiday Bundle.
Yeah.
Receive 2 game tickets plus a toque and a $10 Jets
toque.
gear credit for only $109. Get your holiday bundle today at a Jets gear store near you.
Listen to that. You get a
toque. The Winnipeg
toque.
Jets do go on to win this game, Dwayne Gilavoychuk. We can look back at the goaltending of Connor Hellebuyck for about the first 30 to 35 minutes of this game. There was that one scenario in particular. It was early in the period where Minnesota had not a second and also a third chance. And Hellebuyck stood tall. He made that great right to left shoulder save off Kaprizov for the one-timer on the power play. And it seems like Hellebuyck's goaltending has allowed Winnipeg to get themselves into this game.
You always want your goaltender to be the best penalty killer on your team, and that's exactly what Connor Hellebuyck was on that PK. He was, sharp to the point. He was just in front of so many pucks. He made it look easy. And, Winnipeg is very lucky that, he's been able to battle and keep them in this game. They seem to kind of get their feet underneath them about halfway through the period. They started skating, started breaking the puck out of their zone and, kind of attacking with numbers.
Thank you for dying.
All of a sudden, Winnipeg was able to get a goal, and now they seem to be kind of, playing a little bit to their identity and how they...
I didn't realize I killed two.
For the life of me, I do not know how Vlad Nemesnikov has not been awarded a second assist on that go-ahead goal by Nino Niederreiter, because after he takes the drop pass from Cole Perfetti, makes a beautiful curl inside the Minnesota blue line, and I'll let you take it the rest of the way.
Yeah, I don't know how Niederreiter has won all that time and space, but just if you back it up just to the play that Cole Perfetti makes coming in his zone, it's great support. It's just up the ice. And, it's what we've seen Winnipeg Jets do so far this season. They come up the ice and support. They push back the team, and then they have someone going to the net. And Nino Niederreiter just kind of goes to the net.
There's a
and
dog
makes
in there
great
now.
Play, a great move in front of the net with patience, and puts the puck, past the goaltender. But that's just a goal scorer's goal. But it's just a great feed, a great setup. It looked easy.
And then if you back it up a little further, Marty Johnston made mention of this, but in behind the Winnipeg net, Alex Iafallo surrounded by about 2 or 3 Minnesota players, and they're mugging him all the way up the ice. And Alex Iafallo is not going to there will be no statistical connection to him in that goal. But, boy, what a large part he played in that.
Yeah, Middleton has been, up and down the ice. He's been physical. He's been a big presence for Minnesota tonight. But he's a defenseman that kind of goes in and gets in on the play. And then he's the scuffle. I forget who the other Minnesota player was. But Iafallo does the back check. He comes, stops in front of the net, and kind of clears the way in front of Hellebuyck. But then he gets tangled up with them and kind of slows them down. I don't know if he knew the situation, but you're exactly right. That doesn't going to show up on the score sheet. But I can tell you that the coaches are going to make aware of that. If Assistant Coach Marty Johnson Braden aware of it in his interview, they're going to make aware of it in a video meeting somewhere into this game. That's a big play away from the score sheet that goes a long way to that goal being scored.
Yeah, and that's the kind of discipline that is certainly required, especially, in a game like this. Gabe Velarde, he moved Marco Rossi out of the net. Just before that, Foligno finishes off.
You're outside. You don't count.
Dylan DeMello with a headlock on one of the Minnesota players. It has been take no quarter, give no quarter.
Yeah, for sure. Both, they
give a loony.
In both your net, you've got to defend it. You got to make sure the other team knows that they can't whack at your goalie, or they're going to have to go through bodies to get to those rebounds. And the same thing, Winnipeg started to do a good job. They were willing to go to the net. A Niederreiter's goal and then Iafallo's goal in the first period. He gets knocked down going to the net to make a great play. But it's been really interesting to see Winnipeg. They haven't gone in and tried to start of an altercation.
Oh, that's
they
outside.
Just kind of separated the man. Minnesota, they kind of cleared it and taken maybe a hack and whack, that extra penalty, whatever it is. But it's strength in numbers, and you can really tell how close-knit this team is when they're going to find something to do with their goaltender. They're going to be in there with support, with numbers, making sure Minnesota's aware of it.
As much as the shots on goal favored Minnesota in that second period, 17-12, the attempts were a lot closer at 24-23 for the Wild. And it just seems like Winnipeg is gaining the momentum in this game. They were really trying to apply
That's
that
where it came in.
punch for the insurance goal. And when I say knockout punch, not ending the game, but just, giving themselves a little extra to work with.
Yeah, you could tell that they kind of felt the momentum. The tides changed. They were looking a way to get that third goal before the end of the period.
No
But
windows
give
to
credit,
go through.
Everybody has a part, and I'm sure that if this game goes on in Winnipeg's favor, they're going to talk about, Connor Hellebuyck giving them a chance. But now
I guess I got to go
Winnipeg has
down.
take advantage of it. They have an opportunity here to win a game on the road, a big road victory, and a divisional battle. They've got to be able to take advantage of this and play a strong third period.
39-19 are the shots in the game. 5 different players with 4 shots for Minnesota. Mason Appleton also has 4 for the Winnipeg Jets. At the faceoff dot, it's 19-15 in favor of the Wild. Hayden Fleury doing his best Dylan Sandberg impersonation. 4 of the 11 block shots for the Winnipeg Jets. And Josh Morrissey, the time on ice leader, 18 minutes and 13 seconds. Through 40, the Jets with a 2-1 lead over the Minnesota
straight,
Wild.
Skippy.
We will be back with a scoreboard update next on Power 97 and 680 CJOB.
When games are played, when there's a trade, sports news has been made. You'll hear all about it. 25 after the hour on 680 CJOB.
When you bet with Play Now Sports, goals become... Every game will feel like the big game. Bet local with Play Now Sports, the official betting partner of the Winnipeg Jets. 18 plus, enjoy responsibly.
I have a question. Do you like vehicle shopping? Well, not too many people do. And at Will Sea Life Ford, we're changing that. Blake Legault here, inviting you to become
there's a
one of
lot
the
in
many
here.
Will Sea Life Ford customers who love our buying process. We've been perfecting it for over 43 years. If you like straight answers, no added fees, and none of the smoke and mirrors, I look forward to meeting you. It's a whole new way to buy a vehicle
hi.
at Will Sea Life Ford. Check us out at willsealifeford.ca.
You know what goes well with pizza from Santa Lucia Pizza. They've been the leaders in quality since 1971, and now they just keep winning award after award after award. So, sounds like they know a thing or two about making tasty pizza. How about this? When you're getting ready on game day, choose one of Santa Lucia Pizza's many specials or combos.
No, I can't have pizza no more. Don't tell me about it, you motherfucker.
Manitoba's favorite pizza.
Santa Lucia Pizza. It's all about the sauce.
Winnipeg Jets exclusive coverage continues on 680 CJOB and CJKR 97.5 FM Power.
Books, finally.
The official sports betting partner of
Not
the
many,
Winnipeg
though.
Jets. This is Play Now Winnipeg Jets hockey.
Connor Hellebuyck shouldering the load between the pipes. The left shoulder save off Kirill Kaprizov, and then used the right to deny Ryan Hartman with a one-time blast in the slot. Outstanding net mining from Hellebuyck, already up to 38 saves in this game. Hey, be sure to stay tuned for Scott
MVP
O'Neill
of the
during
game.
the post-game show, which you can also now find in podcast form. Just search Winnipeg Jets Post to Post wherever you get your podcasts.
Post to post.
Kristen O'Mell is certainly the Colorado Avalanche would have loved to have had the kind of net mining Connor Hellebuyck's giving the Winnipeg Jets tonight.
8-2. They go down in Tampa Bay tonight. Just a terrible night for them. Brendan Hagel had 5 assists in the win for the Tampa Bay Lightning.
8-2. Tampa just blow them away.
5-2. Dallas blew a third period lead. They lose in Carolina 6-4, the final there. Jim Montgomery picks up the W in his coaching debut behind the Blues bench. 5-2. They win. The Rangers are a bit reeling right now. Capitals picked up a 4-1 win in Florida with a trio of third period goals. The Senators on the ice in the third, leading the Flames 4-2. That one's in Ottawa. Red Wings have gone ahead of the Islanders. That one's 3-2 Red Wings with about a minute left. They're in a shootout in Philadelphia, and actually it's just gone final. The Golden Knights have taken a shootout win, 5-4 over
This goes to the
Philadelphia
same spot.
Flyers. And in the NFL, it is 14-13 Ravens over the Chargers early in the third quarter. The Raptors fall in Detroit 102-100.
Yeah, that's now 6 losses in the last 7 games for the Florida Panthers. Their only win, that magnificent 5-0 victory over Winnipeg, where they played like the team that won the Stanley Cup. But, yeah, maybe a little bit of head-scratching going on with Paul Maurice and the Upper Brain Trust with the Florida Panthers as well. It's 2-1 for the Winnipeg Jets in Minnesota as we prepare to go to the third period next on Power 97 and 680 CJOB.
From the gridiron to the ice.
Been that way forever.
You're not wrong. City Hall to the movie theaters.
This one's getting pretty good reviews. Let me check it out sometime when it's on home video.
CJOB covers all the highlights with our daily podcasts. Hits from every show.
Sometimes that's all we're getting, right?
Pretty scary stuff. And game day coverage.
He's looking at the crowd. He's smiling a bit because he's still relishing in the win.
CJOB on Apple Podcasts and wherever you find your favorite podcasts.
Jets fans, Charlie McAvoy and the Boston Bruins will be in town to face off against Josh Morrissey and your Winnipeg Jets Tuesday, December 10th. This is your only chance to see the Bruins in Winnipeg this season. So get your tickets now at winnipegjets.com/tickets.
Come on.
Jets, Bruins at winnipegjets.com/tickets.
Get ready for the ultimate winter adventure with South Beach Casino and Resorts Expedition SE Ice Package Giveaway. Enter to win the grand prize, a 2025 Ski-Doo Expedition SE courtesy of Gimli Snowmobile Center. Plus, a complete ice fishing package. Includes an Escape 2800 insulated sled shelter and Easy Stow tow hitch, 8-inch E40 electric auger, 42-inch rod locker, Big Buddy heater, and more. Draw date December 6th. Full details at southbeachcasino.ca.
All rights to this broadcast are reserved, and any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the Winnipeg Jets Hockey Club is expressly prohibited.
Don't worry about it.
This is Winnipeg Jets Hockey on 680 CJOB.
Well, game number 3 of a 6-game road trip, and Winnipeg has a 2-1 lead going to the third period here in Minnesota. Before it's on to Los Angeles, Vegas, and to conclude, back into the Central Time Zone in Dallas on Sunday. 2-1 Winnipeg.
Bah.
Jets are flying from our broadcast left to right. Lowry against Frederic Gaudreau to do the damage of the dot to get the third period underway. And we're underway indeed. Neil Pionk will shoot it in from center. Bounced off a stick right to the goaltender. Gustafsson paddled that to the near side. Brodin. He gave it away. Appleton chopped it in toward the corner. Brodin recovers. He spits it off the boards out towards center ice. Ambling to it, though, is Appleton. Appleton came away with the puck. He'll shoot it into the opposite corner. It bounds over there. Niederreiter with a goal tonight will go after it. He charges after it, kicks it along the boards. And now there's a bit of a snarl there. Appleton will free it up, try to back in it back toward the line. Intercepted.
I like where he's laying.
Towards center ice. On the far side now for Gaudreau. Moves in, shoots, and it's off the stick of a challenging Hayden Fleury. Up and over the back glass into the meshing. Back onto the ice surface. We'll get a stoppage 38 seconds into this third period tonight.
The conversation between Foligno and Pionk continues. Foligno kind of found Pionk at the end of that play and went over and talked to him. Once again, Adam Lowry comes over to make a three-person conversation. Nice stick by Hayden Fleury on that rush. Gaudreau's shot ends up in the netting up and above the glass instead of getting toward Hellebuyck.
That's with a draw inside their own zone. Off the window, Morrissey not out though, but a real good attacking play there by Sharpley to knock it out towards center ice. Here comes Winnipeg. Velarde crosses the line, shoot, and it just goes off the skate.
I can't imagine this whole floor going.
Back the other way, Kaprizov sprints inside that Winnipeg end. Passed it toward the corner, the far side for Boldy. Knocked it back into where the corner, Kaprizov. He's rubbed out on a double team, and Winnipeg out towards center ice. Kyle Connor chip and chase around Brock Faber. Now he'll leave it for Scheifele. Scheifele will maneuver into where the corner, try to get back out in front. That was broken up, skewered along the boards, pulled off the wall there by Eriksson Ek. Far side for Faber. Across the line,
so here's the.
But somebody in
Didn't
ahead
check
of the
these
play
rooms.
from Minnesota. Offside against the Wild. 18:38 remaining in this third period. 2-1 Winnipeg.
Jets doing a nice job defensively, outnumbering when they have the opportunity to do so. Kirill Kaprizov is going to be first on this puck into the corner, but he's going to be pursued by Mark Scheifele, and then Josh Morrissey is going to come on the other side, kind of sealing off both of the options. They were able to tag team that situation. The puck ends up on the stick of Kyle Connor. Winnipeg is out of the zone clean.
Winnipeg Jets hockey is brought to you in part by Wolsey Life Ford and the Manitoba Physiotherapy Association. Minnesota knocked it up along the board. Stolen there by Colin Miller. Sways inside the zone. Shoots, just put it wide from a bad angle. Hartman on the far side, encroached on quickly there by Heinola. It's freed up now and whipped toward the net by Ehlers. Gloved down by Gustafsson. He'll leave it to the side of his goal. Minnesota control. Bogosian off the board to the near side for Johansson. Rink wide, sprinting inside that Winnipeg end is Rossi. Taking off stride and coming away with the puck is Billy Heinola. He'll move it up along the boards and right onto the stick there of Nikolai Ehlers. Sharks his way inside the zone. Near side Perfetti. Turns
How's
and
it
walks
going?
in behind that net.
I'm not too bad.
One-handed around the boards.
I am, but
Stopped
that's
there.
okay.
Bogosian with it. He'll hand it back
Okay.
off behind his own goal.
I'm going to have to dip out for a while, guys. I'll be back on in probably a couple hours.
For a line change. Heinola takes a nice route to this puck and ends up beating Marco Rossi to
Yeah,
it.
my brother-in-law just came over. He's going to loot this up, though, first.
Falls down going after the puck. Winnipeg will come away with it here. Onto the near side, and Velarde tapped it back in behind the net. Swaying there to pick it up is Chisholm. He'll move it up along the boards. Minnesota's out of their own zone, but they gave it away. It's picked off by Pionk. Crossed over the line. He lost the puck, and it's swatted out toward center ice with one hand by Minnesota. Kaprizov was there, but he was beat to the puck by Hayden Fleury. Fleury curls into where the corner. Used that big frame to protect the puck. Moved it into where the middle. Here comes Scheifele. Across the line, he overskated the puck, and it's bounced back out towards center ice for Minnesota. Velarde comes back to the puck. He'll backhand it ahead for Kyle Connor. He'll wrist it inside the zone, and Winnipeg will head off again for fuel and tire.
I haven't cleared the whole area yet, though.
Just yelled, he just misplayed a puck that I think
Probably
he normally
missed some.
expects himself to make a play on.
Well, I was sneaking around all over the place.
Winnipeg in after a loose puck. Gets pushed against the boards. Winnipeg will send two in to try to free it up.
Do.
Minnesota has three there. Morgan Barron is there. DeMello trying to help
Kind
out.
of run around a little bit. I heard that.
Protects the puck. Spits it back in behind his own net for Josh Morrissey. Outlet far side for his deep partner DeMello. Wrapped up along the boards now, and Winnipeg out towards center ice, and Barron. He'll gain the red line and dump it in. Kapari goes after trying to hunt down a puck. He lost it, and back through the neutral ice is Devon Shore. He'll backhand it inside that Winnipeg end. Stop up into where the corner, protect the puck himself. Try to move it back toward the line. Faber will knock it down. He settles it and rolls it around to the near side for Marcus Johansson. Johansson takes a bump from Colin Miller. Winnipeg trying to free it up, and the puck goes up along the glass into the meshing, and out of play it goes. Tonight's game is brought to you by Play Now, official sports betting partner, the Winnipeg Jets. Still 2-1 for the Jets. We played almost 4 minutes of this third period.
Mark Scheifele currently sitting at the end of the Winnipeg Jets bench. When he got off after that last shift, he had a quick chat with head athletic therapist Rob Millette. He has an iPad in front of him, so clearly he's looking at something, but something to keep an eye on.
Winnipeg to center ice. Neil Pionk will snap it in. Rims around the top of the Dashers. Pulled down off that Dasher board by Niederreiter. Spun around for Pionk to the near side for Appleton. Turns and fires it into where the corner. Winnipeg goes after it. They kind of overplayed the puck. It spits back into where the high slot. Grabbed by Lowry. Moving and shoots. And it's gloved down by Gustafsson.
Gustafsson's just stopping some good shots, too.
Funny, Winnipeg had two guys there. Didn't play the puck very well, but somehow it managed to bounce off the boards on a clearing attempt
What
by
the
Minnesota.
fuck?
Back out to one of them, and that was Lowry in the slot.
Yeah, and Lowry turns around and takes the shot. Nino Niederreiter goes to the front of the net, as he usually does. And we've seen so much pushing and shoving in that crease. It's Gustafsson made that glove save, and then Niederreiter just kind of froze with his arms in the air to be like, I am not doing anything. No pushing and shoving.
Game has kind of settled down from the early stages, and what we thought was going to be just 60 minutes of high intensity, it was for the first period, started to diminish in the second, and with Winnipeg pushing the pace here, Minnesota back on their heels, shot from the point by DeMello, stopped by Gustafsson, and he'll hang on, especially if the Jets continue to win puck battles and go low to high like they just did right there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do wonder if maybe John Hines had a bit of a conversation with his team after the Niederreiter goal, because Minnesota just stayed locked in and engaged on Iafallo, and it cost them, right? Like they needed to get back and back check and keep themselves in the play. And I wonder if that wasn't
a little confused here. A wee bit.
Up along the boards for Kaprizov.
I don't know where that red dot is.
Kind of delay. Moves up along the boards, and it's off the stick of Morrissey. Where'd it go? It went off the glass and back onto the ice surface. They'll blow it down.
Where'd you come from?
Remaining in this third period, 2-1 for Winnipeg on goals by Iafallo.
This guy was not here.
Middleton has the lone goal for Minnesota. And the Jets, by the way, coming in, they won 3 straight over the Wild.
Like, I totally cleared this already.
Make it 4 in a row in this building.
Mark Scheifele not missing his next shift, so that's always good news for Winnipeg.
Get down inside that Winnipeg end. Velarde pushing and shoving there. Wrapped around to the near side. Here, Middleton. He pitches down into where the corner. Freed it up. Puck goes into where the slot. Nobody home from Minnesota. Winnipeg's out towards center ice. Here's Scheifele down the right wing boards. Scheifele trying to get back in behind the net. It was intended there from Velarde. Broken up. Middleton pushed it ahead for Rossi. A 1-on-2. He scraped off the puck and Winnipeg in transition. Here they come again. Scheifele. High slot for Morrissey. Morrissey curls. Morrissey will backhand it along the boards. Into where the corner here on the near side. Intercepted by Brodin. Long lead pass. Too far for Kaprizov. Icing is the call against Minnesota. And just as a reminder, I said Winnipeg looking for their 4th straight win. Here in Minnesota, they're looking for their 7th straight overall against the Wild, dating back a couple of seasons.
And Winnipeg, a couple of transition opportunities on that last shift. Just
I have no clue.
Unable to get themselves or a puck to the net. Josh Morrissey circled back trying to find a better option because Minnesota had collapsed in.
Neil Pionk knocked it around the
got
boards.
like 2 left. No idea where they are.
By Niederreiter, spins it around to the near side, winning for it. Pionk this time on the right side. He shoots from the point. That went wide. Rebound is snared by Niederreiter back toward the line. Flurry near side for Pionk. Wrist shot through traffic. That stopped in front. Never got through to Gustafsson. Back the other way comes Kaprizov. Through the neutral ice. Didn't like the read. Curls back. Minnesota on a change. Kaprizov moved it ahead for Eriksson Ek. On the far side, he'll flop it down inside the Winnipeg end. On the retrieve goes Fleury. Spins into where the corner. Moves it up along the wing. Winnipeg cross-ice pass. Niederreiter to the near side for Pionk. He'll get to center ice and dump it in. Spins around to the near side. Knocked off the boards by Brodin. Back in behind his own net. Brodin will gather it up again as he takes the pass from Declan Chisholm, who was hurried there. Now Chisholm. On the flank, will take a pass, cross ice to the near side for Johansson. Trying to get by Kapari, who rattled him along the boards with a great body check. And Winnipeg comes away with a puck out towards center ice. On the stick of Rasmus Kapari, across the line, chopped into where the corner. After go a couple of Wild, and they'll expel it back out towards center ice. Excellent shift so far for Rasmus Kapari. Looks like he's kind of playing the right wing right now. Through the neutral ice. Is Miller. He'll dump it in from the red line.
Oh, I didn't bring my buddy.
The near side, pulled off the wall there by Morgan Barron. He slipped and fell into where the corner. Boldy will pick it up and feather it out towards center ice. Johansson across the line. Johansson into where the corner, trying to get it out in front. He did. Nobody was home in a green jersey. And plucked off the boards again by Kapari. Sent ahead for Barron. And Barron will nudge it down inside of that Minnesota end.
Rasmus Kapari keeping up the physical play in the first period. It helped Winnipeg generate a goal and him an assist. And there defensively separates a Minnesota Wild forward from the puck. And Winnipeg able to execute a clean breakout because of it.
Puck goes off a stick and out of play. We'll get a timeout on the ice to do the same on your radio. 12:36 remaining in this third period. The score, Winnipeg 2, Minnesota 1. Back after these. You're listening to Play Now Winnipeg Jets Hockey on the radio.
There we go, finally.
And
Holy
live
fuck.
from St. Paul, Minnesota on Power 97 and 680 CJOB.
If it matters to you, it matters to us.
We would like to hear from you.
We'll continue to take your calls and text messages.
We heard you. I think our listeners hear you. Listen to this example from Bradford.
Thanks for the call. I appreciate it.
Thank you for sharing your stories with 680 CJOB.
From generation to generation, dairy farming has changed for the better. On my farm, we use technology to help us run things more efficiently, monitor the health of our herd, and produce high-quality milk. Because dairy farming is just as much about innovation as it is about agriculture. And I'm proud of that, because that's what makes everything we do all from a good place.
When you bet with Play Now Sports, goals become Every game will feel like the big game. Bet local with Play Now Sports, the official betting partner of the Winnipeg Jets. 18 plus, enjoy responsibly.
Boston Pizza wants you to know whether it's pizza night with the family, pizza night without the family, I don't feel
My
like
meat.
cooking night, or I do feel like watching the game with my friends on 17 giant screens at once night. Give the gift of special occasions with a Boston Pizza gift card. Get a free $10 promo card when you buy a $50 gift card from Boston Pizza. Because nobody regifts pizza. Limited time offer, some conditions apply. See in restaurant.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Colin
Oh,
Miller.
okay.
You're listening to Winnipeg Jets Hockey with Paul Edmonds and Mitchell Clinton on 680 CJOB.
12:36 remaining in this third period. 2 on Winnipeg. We'll line it up at center
Yeah.
ice. And they finally are ready to go. That would be our friends on TV, right?
Ah, fuck, I suck.
Radio's always ready.
Oh, right beside him.
It's the ready medium.
Yes.
It was born ready. Dumped in from center ice. Winnipeg again, barging after that puck, trying to hunt it down. Niederreiter rolled it around to the near side, intercepted there by Foligno. Foligno in toward the middle. Gaudreau will backhand it from center inside the Winnipeg end. Moved up along the boards. Winnipeg can't get it out. DeMello had a bit of a stick in the face. It's sent back toward the line. Held by Faber. Faber rips it around back in behind the net for Marcus Foligno. Knocked off the puck. Gaudreau is there. Skipping in toward the corner, protecting the puck. Got to the forehand. Put it back in behind the net for Foligno. The other 17, Lowry, is there to try to take him off the puck. And Winnipeg will discard it out towards center ice. Picked up now by Niederreiter. Didn't like the read. Pushed it back inside his own zone. Both teams will change. Slowly sauntering towards center, DeMello, and he'll slap it inside that Minnesota end. 11 and a half remaining in this third period. Winnipeg by 1 at 2-1. Eriksson Ek through the neutral ice, crossed over the line, shoots, stopped with the right pad of Hellebuck. Ricochet does that rebound into where the corner. Far side goes after it in Perfetti. Pushed against the boards by Kaprizov. They're scrumming for the puck. Some saber rattling going on. 2, 4, 5, 6 players in the fray. Boldy trying to knock it free. It's still in some skates. Winnipeg trying to move it along the boards, and they did. Right by the stick of Boldy, and it slides out of their own zone.
You had the chances.
That Minnesota end.
That shot by Eriksson Ek, Minnesota's first in the period, took 8.5 minutes.
Dumped inside by Minnesota. Scampering to it is Marco Rossi. Written
All right.
off the play
Well,
there.
I'm going to be
nicely
back
by
later,
Hayden
guys.
Fleury.
I much appreciate you hanging out. I will be back probably an hour and a half. Sorry to cut it short like that, but that's just how it